away.
Do you see the trads are so predictable? What they're going to try to do is they guilt men into sacrificing for society for nothing in return. And they will frame things as immoral if you choose not to do that. It's why they frame Myron as immoral. It's why they call me a degenerate, bitter. They're going to use this shaming language. And I tell them to fuck off. I mean, what the hell do you know? And they don't want this information to get out because this is really common. It is so common for a man to be going somewhere and on like a really good path in life and a woman to get in and destroy it. And women, they don't want that information to get out because if that gets out, are you going to save this hoe? Are you going to save that hoe? No, you're not going to do shit because you want to get... And the more they can frame it as behave how women want, otherwise you're a bad person, the more they're going to do that.
Way because he got too big and he has skeletons. I saw people trying to say he has skeletons. There's no skeletons. If there are, one day I'll make another video, but there's no freaking skeletons. Okay, the guy worked in politics at first, then he became attorney for 10 years. He worked in criminal defense. I went on his old criminal defense website, wholesome family practice, just a man having a business.
Hello, I'm Luke Nichols.
Nothing crazy. He was in the public eye at that point. Then he goes on to YouTube and he's a YouTuber for multiple years.
Yeah, but what gave him the most power in the dating marketplace, right? He was a public attorney. No problem. You guys have to see through this stuff.
He's been famous for, again, at least 2 years. There's no skeletons coming out, guys. There's been nothing. But people could not wrap their brains around the fact that this man wanted to step away because of his family.
Now nagging. Now we're going back to the nagging. We're going back. I can't believe you think that. Like, bitch, leave us alone.
It had to be because his wife forced him or because he's hiding away from something.
Who cares if it's one?
I do this for a living, dumb bitch. Sorry. In the nicest way possible. Probably not that nice, I just called her. But it's how I feel because I've been doing this for years. And I'm like, no, we've seen this film before. I've seen this film so many times.
Wife made him do it. That 11.
You've been a YouTuber for 5 minutes. You don't know. And you didn't even build it yourself. You just took Brett's chance. Like, come on.
It's probably going to get him 50 grand.
That's
just off that 5-minute video.
And now all these more people, like a bunch more people are now finding about him because of him stepping away. So he's going to make money off that channel for a long time.
He's set. Like
he's fine. Yeah, as is, he's set.
He's going to be continuing making millions of dollars and also gets to spend more time with his family, his kids, and his wife.
God forbid. God forbid. But no, the guys online were like, well, his wife must have made him do it because no man in his own right mind would do it. No, maybe a man who loves his kids.
Nagging. See, we're back to it. You guys are bad people. This is what they're implying. You're a bad person because water is wet, the sky is blue, and women have been destroying men's dreams since the beginning of creation.
Nick Fuentes said, this guy is a super lawyer who started making outdoors content and rapidly gained 15 million subscribers on YouTube and billions of views on TikTok. He says him and his wife decided he should quit so their family can be...
Yeah, see, she's so stupid. Oh my God. She's just dumb. That's the challenge I have here. And she's dumb because the reason people are saying this is because it's common. And as a commentator, bitch, your job is to be on the trends. Get better at your job. You know, it just bothers me when women, like it's usually blonde women with microphones, think they're an authority on a subject. And it's like, I've interviewed 1,000 people. I made it through demonetization. You just took Brett's channel and you think you know something. Yeah. Again, because this is a male experience, right? This is a common male. He's not special, right? And if you're a cultural commentator, which you are, I mean, get better at your job, right?
Normal. I bet his wife made him do it. Okay.
Okay, now, and that's really easy, right? She's going to do the easy route. And this is how trads, a lot of them are just lazy, and it really just bothers me. Because it's so easy to say, immoral, finger wag, nag. That's how it goes. Immoral, degenerate, losers, finger wag, nag. That's their cycle. So an example is the lazy way to do a story is, I can't believe she slept with 1,000 men. Don't do that. Finger wag, immoral degenerate. Nag. Okay. So a way tougher way is to do in-depth interviews with sex workers and ask them why they do it, what kind of backgrounds they are, and talk about the different types of sex workers that you found. And I can tell you there's some that do it for money because they're in a bad situation. There's some that do it because they really enjoy having sex and they enjoy pleasing lots of men. And they're just never going to be satisfied. Monogamy isn't in them. And you could go way more in depth with that topic than the lazy nag, finger wet. It's just lazy content. It's just lazy.
Or maybe they chose as a unit because that's what a marriage does. You make decisions.
Yeah, now again, she's going to try to make women seem more important in marriage than they actually are. But the woman should have a say. Bitch, aren't you conservative? You know, they used to have cages that they could put over women's head when they nagged in the 1800s.
As a family, and they chose to step away because their life was going.
Do you know what? I defended her during the Brett thing. I did. I defended her. I take it back. This is what happens when you give women microphones. It didn't earn it.
Getting crazy very quickly. That's very logical that could have happened. Again, what is 15 million subscribers like? We don't know. He's saying I get
You certainly don't know.
recognized all the time. My kids get recognized. Like it's becoming into this kind of dangerous, weird territory, and he wants to step away from that.
But okay, 2 + 2 equals. If that were the case, why are you focusing on your kids' YouTube channels? If it was a privacy concern, you would not have your kids on YouTube. Checkmate. Don't believe it. I stand by it. It was the wife. And I would debate her on it. She won't because I would just run circles. I really would.
Good for him.
It's also coming from a guy, and I can't really make this argument because I don't have a wife, but that's also coming from a guy who doesn't have a wife.
Doesn't have a wife and children to protect.
Yeah, so the way they're going to phrase it is that you're morally superior and you know more if you get married. Okay. And it's the weakest argument ever because I've met guys that know nothing about women. If anything, I would say the number one factor, like the number one category of men that know nothing about women is married men. Because, I mean, a lot of them married young and they have no idea what the market's like now. And a lot of them get a divorce, like they get blindsided with a divorce and they have this ego. They think they know so much. But again, they're going to so remember, the trads, what they're going to do is they're going to frame it as they're better people and more moral if you do what's best for women. And that's the like women get a family out of marriage. Men take on a responsibility. Men look at it as a responsibility and something they have to do, where women, we get a father for our kids. We get lifelong monogamy, sort of, if he doesn't cheat.